Hey there, it's Phil Hall of Mortgage News Network here at the Mortgage Bankers Association's annual convention. To my left is Jacob Gaffney. He's the executive editor of HousingWire. So Jacob, what's your impression of this year's MBA convention?
Well, it's been very busy for me, Phil. I haven't been able to do my normal sort of reporter coverage that I used to like to really enjoy. I used to like to go to the panels and talk about the market, talk to people about the market. But all my time has been eaten up in impromptu meetings because there's so much happening right now, and that is the first. This conference has actually been extremely useful to me as an executive editor of HousingWire. And that's not just on the content side of it. It is on the planning side, the strategy side. There are people who are finally planning to 2015. Over the last few years, this conference was like, how do I survive the next 6 months? Now it's like, this is what we're going to do in 6 years. And that is a huge departure, and I think it's important to note that.
You mean there's actually optimism in the industry?
There is, but speaking frankly, I don't think that optimism is well placed with a lot of people. I think about half of these people are going to be out of business.
Really?
At one time or another, yes. I do. I think they might not disappear. Like I'm using a bit of hyperbole here. Do you know what I mean? To make it exciting for video. But in truth of the matter is, a lot of these companies are gonna shrink, and they are shrinking. I'm not gonna name names, but I've run into a few of them, and they're not happy with HousingWire coverage on the market. But the truth of the matter is, it's evolve or die. That's the way it is right now. And I could actually give you some examples if you like.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, this is the way the market's changing. For one, the MBA, okay, they now do this. I don't know if you could see that, but you see how big my name is? It's really big. So when you see that, you go, hey, Jacob. Nice to meet you, right?
Okay.
You're not wearing one, but I know with the bolo, you're Phil Hall.
Yeah.
So, and my company, HousingWire, is actually kind of small. So the MBA has figured out that the person is who's important now. That you go, hey, Michael, thanks for shooting this video for me, right? The other thing that's really interesting is that normally during these conferences, readership to HousingWire.com goes down.
Really?
Because people are at the conference. Our readers are at the conference. This is the first year that when a conference, and not just this one, but others, when conferences are going on, our readership numbers go up. Today, HousingWire.com is 50% up on a typical day. We're going to double the amount of readers we normally get, and that's just with the regular content, not doing anything wild, crazy, exciting, no viral hits or anything. That's just more readers to our content because of this. And this is the future. And if you don't know that this is the future, then, well, just know this is the future. Everybody's reading us, they're using this. So the moment that we can get a mortgage on this puppy, do you know what I mean? The moment you decide you want to buy a house, right? So you go, I'm going to buy a house today. Okay, searching. Okay, where do you live?
I live in Connecticut.
Okay, searching, Connecticut. Oh, look, nice 4-bedroom, got it. Oh, here I am. Zillow hooks me up with a lender. Boom, I got a house. We're neighbors, right? As soon as that can happen, this will be $1 trillion mortgage market for all these people here.
I know, but the funny thing is a lot of people in the mortgage market, they're still on DOS.
Well, that's true, and that's what I mean about evolving to survive. And if you don't understand that, I mean, certainly they are understanding the power of it. They're getting all their information from HousingWire.com on this. Obviously we understand it, it's benefiting us, but if you don't get it, you know what's going to happen. And this is what I think, and I'm not the only one who thinks this, by the way, but there's going to be a big player, right? I don't know who, but it's going to be a big brand, someone you heard of, someone you know, like, I don't know, Amazon, Google,
Walmart,
Apple, right? They're going to start offering mortgages. And they're going to be the lender that Zillow is going to brand with, and they're going to take all your business. So we're going to have a big non-mortgage market player come in here and take all the originations if this market doesn't get up to speed.
So here's the question, why is the mortgage industry so pokey when it comes to embracing new technology?
Well, I mean, that's not for me to say, because at HousingWire.com, we embrace technology.
Yes.
So I'm not sure, I don't get it either, why people don't embrace it. I think that you could say it's an aversion to change, but at the expense of your business, it doesn't make sense to me. I think maybe it's where do you start? What is step one? I don't know the first thing about creating a loan origination software service. I don't know the first thing, and I wouldn't know where to start. So people in the business who offer that, the only thing they know is that there are a billion people willing to sell it to them and nickel and dime it.
Yeah. Well, I guess Charles Darwin was right. It's survival of the fittest.
It is.
This is Mortgage News Network.